Yo, 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 welcome back to another episode of the Beaumont Weekly. In this episode, blah, 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 blah.
Vandalising the place.
That is naughty. If you don't know who we are property developers based in the northeast of the UK. We run large developments, smaller developments, a lettings business, a construction business, and all kinds of things that we get onto in the week that we document the behind the scenes of. We own this property here that's currently under refurb for a buy-to-let, and we've just viewed this one here that we're going to try to pick up next. Enjoy the episode, subscribe. You maybe can't hear this on the vlog, but there's some music playing. Love it. Anyway, I'm dressed a bit smart today. So we're shooting videos that go into our sales funnel, essentially. So me and Matt have been working on revamping the funnel. We've gotten a load of data, tried and tested a load of different things, and now we've ran it for a good few months. We can see where some weak spots are. We've redone the funnel in terms of the actual UI, UX of what the funnel looks like, the copy on the funnel, and now redoing the actual videos on the funnel just to make them more engaging, more interesting, a bit more high octane, so that we're capturing people's attention more and giving them a bit more information that's more to the point rather than me kind of rambling on a little bit, which I do sometimes on videos like I'm doing right now. 3 videos need to film. One of them is a landing page video as the first thing they see after they click through the funnel from the ad. Hello, my name is Ryan Beaumont and we are Beaumont & Partners. We provide a hands-off development service for investors looking to build a buy-to-let portfolio with strong yields. The other one is, this is a case study video about this 2-bed terrace property behind me that we're doing as a buy-to-let project for a client of ours. And then on the back end, it's then preparing them for the call, walking them through that process, answering a few FAQs, again, so we can automate and a lot of the heavy lifting required to nurture a client, qualify them, so they can then book in a call, and we're limiting the time that we need our SDRs and personnel to call up and do manual qualification. So that's the plan. That is what we're doing. Blah, 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 blah. You'll also see a book a call button where you can book in a call with our investment team so we can discuss your requirements. At the bottom, there's a section that asks for more context about your circumstances. You'll also see a book a call button. You'll also see a book a call button where you can book a call in with our investment team. We can discuss your requirements and help develop a roadmap.
So these are the plans here. That little grey gap there is that main entrance, and that's the basement. And then our door is about there.
That's the main entrance. The basement supposedly comes to about here, but you can see through there. I don't think that's a basement in there. It's quite hard to actually see through that grill.
I'm thinking the basement, based on this, stops about here. So we'd still have to dig a channel out, but it'd be a hell of a lot easier to dig that than it will the one in there. The other option is to put the door here instead. Literally right next to this, because then that's literally the basement there. Just drop the stairs straight in, and that can be the access to the basement for the plant room and for the bike store. Northern Power are telling us we can't put it in the basement, even though you can access it fine. Might need to move the plant room. Door here instead, and then we just lose a little bit of space, maybe a square metre or two for the pretty large kitchen diner for one of the apartments. Options here, but it's 12 grand. You're going, save 12 grand? That adds no value to the building doing this basement thing. The main reason we've got to do the basement thing is to add more bike storage, even though we're going to have a whole outdoor bike storage there, a load of bike storage around there that's in a protected area as well. And then they want us to add more just out of like, you know, ticking a box exercise. Cool people are going to use bikes here. Guaranteed there'll be like 3-4 bikes for the whole building. And they'll make us spend, well, 12 grand just for access. And then we've got to tank out the whole basement and do all that stuff. Probably talking 15, 20 grand just so that we can get a few more bikes in that will never get used. I've obviously argued them on this back and forth, but there was no getting away with it. We've got all this parking, bike storage there, bike storage at the front, public transport right here, minutes from the town centre metro, major bus links. Why do we need to put in all this bike storage? Common sense out the window. We've got our structural starting to come out here. This stair core is pretty much this one and that one, the last 2 items left really to strip. But you can see here, we've got this steel sitting on this brick pillar. This was just missed in the design phase. Not a problem, it's easy to solve, but this actually sits on the edge here of the room below. So we were gonna do a square pad foundation for a new column to support that steel, but we're gonna have to do something slightly different instead. We can actually still get a steel post in on top of that existing column, but we've then got to do a temporary support to carry this load before obviously we can take that brick pillar out, otherwise ceiling coming down. So we're getting a temporary design done from Kyle now, and we believe we can just acro prop this thing, drop that out, that goes in, stair core comes out, and then that stair core's next. But everything else is gone.
He's on the tools. Vandalising the place.
I thought you would just cut the sign, to be fair, but you know, it is what it is.
Don't let it beat you. I will win.
Come at me, bro. You will be the sole owner of the property as well. We just charge a fee for the service, and you need about £100,000 to do these kind of projects. And I run through this in the case study video below. Venture has gone. It's gone. Got rid of the sign because it's in our shop, you know. And this is branded content, so it's got to be our brand. That was just the old sold sign. You know, I find out these agents, they never bother coming back for them. They just accept that they're going to spend more on perspex on the next one. But we just have ours fixed to a thing. We sort of clamp it in and then just unclamp it and move it to the next one. But I don't know know why they just kind of like bolt these in and then just leave them. Yeah, we're here to shoot the other parts of the videos we're shooting for our sales funnel. Just so we're on site, we show the case study live. Just the best way to do it, you know? Proofs in the pudding. Be on site, show what you're doing. Don't just talk about it, show what you're doing. Show me. All those people out there saying like, oh, I'm a property developer, I do this, I do that, buy my courses and all that. And I'm like, well, where are you? Where's your developments? If I was selling courses, the best thing I'd be doing is showing my sites and showing the proof in the pudding that you should learn from me. But I can't bother to do courses. There's just too much in it. But we do have the Ground Up Network, which isn't a course. That is a network for property people to connect with each other, engage, hive mind ideas. So make sure to check out the Ground Up Network and the Ground Up Podcast. Make sure you subscribe to the Ground Up Podcast. Anyway, now we're going to shoot the rest of this video and then we're going to go pick up our new camera. Exciting? Exciting. Yeah, we are Sherlocking the shit out of this. So what we've realised is the basement wall almost certainly sits here. So there's a void underneath this floor that runs right the way up to here. And our door on the outside, if you just peek through there, is just there. So effectively, we could just go straight down and through into the basement this way. It will affect the room, but we could design it in a way, bulkhead it, and it will come down quite quick. So you could do it for... It's massive, yeah.
Yeah, but that's one of the biggest hitchmore rooms we've got on this floor. To nick a couple of square metres to form a bulkhead in the corner of the room, or wall it off and create a box section to gain basement entry.
We could put storage above it.
Absolutely needed.
But yeah, this is a major cost saving. Like that is happy days.
So, we've got a fixed point, there's a chimney breast in there. We know exactly where it is downstairs. Okay, our chimney breast is in there. We've got this as a fixed point anyway, so we'll work off this. So I just need to know how deep this room is.
Well,
are you on the wall with it?
I am now. Well,
You're touching the wall, eh?
yeah, just that cable's in the way.
490.
490.
Brick column there, just go on 5 metres. Where was that today,
Can't
kid?
come away, so there's no metres.
Alright, okay, what you got?
Got another pal, 1.3. So 490, 1.3, 6.2 there.
6.2.
Just trying not to get my feet wet, you know. Done.
And then we'll measure upstairs. 5 metres here, 8 metres, 100. That ceiling's a 3 metre ceiling, so it brings you in the cellar earlier, so you've got your internal, you can put a bulkhead up there, you see.
Oh, yeah.
So you've lost some steps again, do you understand? Because you put the bulkhead in there. There's 2.4, what you're touching,
Yeah,
isn't it?
2.4, 2.4's in, plenty of spots.
I know,
2.8
and you
and
know. Keep the torch in my eyes and stuff. That was 3 metres.
Fuck off, don't believe it.
No, it's 2.9.
2 point what?
9.
Just goes to there. We'll measure it anyway, but it goes to there.
There's the wall.
There's the wall.
So we got 6.2.
6.2. They're going to measure it again. It's going to be the exact same thing.
Well, that's only 4.9.
Yeah, and then we chop up
Put it 6.1.
Yeah, 5.8.
There you go. That's the wall there.
Oh, look, it is. Succession! Here we are, curries! We are buying, finally, actually, do you know what? Show yourself in here, Sonny. See that? That's an iPhone that's been filming these vlogs for, well, pretty much forever. Because I take a long-term view on how to build brand online. And I just think the best thing initially is to get consistency, understand your story. What are you telling? For us, we're telling the growth of a family-run business. It's a development business, a story of us creating this thing from scratch, from the ground up, literally. I didn't want to come into this with like really high-octane camera gear and all that stuff that we used to do in the band, because it would have been easy enough to do, but I think it detracts from the actual organic story. So we just kept it simple, stupid, filmed it on something easy, fly on the wall, capture as much content as we can and figure out what the story needs to be. But we do need to improve our equipment. Now we're going to take one more step to improve the equipment by getting a new little DJI Osmo camera, which is like a handheld little thing. It kind of looks like a praying mantis. Or a selfie stick, it depends on your perspective. So we're gonna pick that up, and then from here on out, Sonny, pretty much, will only be filming on that until he leaves us, selfish bastard. This way for collection. I was just gonna show Jay Honor's new blonde hair. Have a look at that. Ooh. It's nice blonde hair, isn't it?
Stunning, man. Love it, love it, love it.
Honor's decided to call me to show me her new blonde hair she's just got, which she's very happy about, aren't you?
Yeah, very happy. Am I on the vlog?
Yeah, you're on the vlog, mate. On the vlog.
Going in?
Yeah, this is going in. This is gonna be the main bit.
No, I know.
I'm gonna clickbait the shit out of you. Do like a shocked face, go on. All right, I love you, I gotta go. I'll pick up the camera. Bye. Have a look at this, that little gizmo. Just pull its pants down one sec. There we go. That
Very nice.
is naughty. Fully stabilized, 4K, 100 frames per second, I think it is. 120 frames per second.
Cool rubber band with it.
And you get this really cool rubber band that you can play with banging. Buy an SD card with it as well. That is going to up our game. And we've had another amazing idea. So there is an access hatch to the basement down here. The other side of this column, under there's an access hatch, but it's about this high, head height. And obviously we can't have that for access to a storage room because of fire safety and escape routes and shit like that. What we're thinking now is actually we could just open that up, same principle we do over there, create a bulkhead in what will be this bedroom, and then just a straight access in there, super cheap like that. We're talking like it will cost us $1,000 to do that, compared to even that there is probably still $5 grand worth of works. But obviously the other option originally was like 15 grand worth of work. So we've taken the measure from the sill down to floor level. Now we're going to reverse that on the outside and see what we need to do.
So your actual top of top of your floor is about here.
Yeah, so you top your floor, so that's actually about here, the structural.
Your bulkhead is going to be something like this. 300 mil.
That's what you're going to see in your
400 mil inside.
Slip a bed over that part.
That's the way to go,
Yeah,
isn't it?
it is.
It's round the fucking back out the way. Good quality door on it, security light over the top.
Yeah. This is our new setup for the next part of the recording, which is me finishing off a case study using my trusted little whiteboard partner. And it's also going to be the last clip we shoot on the iPhone. So sorry, Tim, because we're now switching to DJI. Xi Jinping, we're coming for you. Don't know what that means. We are just going to go through the case study. I'm going to go, this is what we bought it for, this is what we spent on it, here's the soft costs, here's the end value, here's the capital released, and here's the capital employed, that's the initial rate of return, and the capital employed, and the capital... That's basically what we're doing. And that's then going to be the second video that goes into our funnel. Then I've got a third video to film after, that's the kind of thank you page, and here's the next steps. And that means our funnel is then, it's like optimized and efficient and better, and clear messaging and less wasted time for prospective investors who are having a look at what we do. What do we do, you ask, Sonny? Thank you for asking. What we do is buy and select projects, HMO projects, commercial to residential schemes. And if you're an investor and you want to buy into these kind of projects and build a portfolio, then we do that for you on your behalf, where you own the asset entirely. We just manage it all for you, so it's hands off, mitigate the risk for you, and we should obviously charge a fee for that service. And that's it. Pretty straightforward, nice and simple. We've got a big pipeline. We're on site with 22 projects just at the moment, and we're scaling the business nicely and stabilizing as we go. If you want to get in contact, click the link down below in the description of this YouTube video, and you will see a buy-to-let link and a HMO link, I think. So if you're interested in the bigger projects, click the HMO link. If you want to do buy-to-lets, click the buy-to-let link, and that will follow you through. You'll see these videos that I'm recording now, and get in contact, jump on a call, discuss your requirements, and put a roadmap together for how we're going to build a portfolio. Anyway, shoot some content. Thank you for watching this episode. I'll keep this outro brief. If you want to do buy-to-lets, HMOs, commercial to residential conversions, and you're an investor and you want us to be your delivery partner, then click the link in the description of this YouTube video, and it will take you through to our introductory video where you can see what we're about, you can see our case studies of projects we've done, and you can book a call with our investment team. Hopefully, we'll hear from you soon. Thanks for watching. Subscribe.